Good morning. Great morning to you all. I hope you guys all woke up grateful this morning. I hope you all reminded yourself of 5 things you were grateful for. Regardless of the rain, I hope you all realize that the sun is still shining. And yeah, we're doing live a little different this morning because I'm already out of the city. So, yeah, I'm heading on an adventure today. I got some work to do for somebody, so I'm going to go and do that. But today I promised you all would talk about boundaries. I really hope you guys have been getting the most out of the lives. I hope that, you guys are feeling the difference. I hope you all are making better choices for yourselves. And, I hope you're feeling it. Really, the point of all of this is so that we can all feel better, And, yeah, I hope you guys aren't taking it too harsh, and I hope you guys are getting the benefits out of all of it. Because, oh wow, the water levels are so high. Yeah. Anyway, okay. On to the live. So this morning I promised you all that we would talk about boundaries. Boundaries are very essential in your life. And I don't think you realize how important they are, because you know what? I myself didn't realize how important they were. And I hope you all can hear me properly this morning. I know I'm rolling in the car, so I've got all the windows closed. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And if I cut out, I apologize for that. Because like I said, I am out of the city. So, we all allow so much in our life, and we give allowance to so many things. And, we don't put ourselves first half the time because we've been constructed and conditioned to believe we have to please people. And that's why people don't set boundaries for themselves. It's because they've been conditioned to believe all their life that they have to govern themselves a certain way. Okay? So, you really got to base your boundaries on your morals and what you truly believe is going to set you right in your life. Okay? I've all asked you guys to take a look at things that trigger you. I've all asked you guys to take a look at things that, maybe you've never looked at. But now, when you're doing all this work, it's really, really important that you set boundaries. Okay? Why is it important? Because you're going through changes. And energy is influential, no matter how you like to have, whether you like to think it or not, there's energies around us that influence us on a daily basis, all the time. And we put ourselves around people and situations and things that we have to face. And if we don't have boundaries for ourselves, we allow all kinds of things. Now, if you're governing your life from a people-pleasing aspect where you just want to please people, well, then you have no boundaries. And what you tolerate for yourself and for others, well, there's an allowance to that. Okay? And it's not always good, because we allow people to get away with things, and we make excuses for their actions. We allow ourselves to get away with things, and we make excuses for that. You gotta set some boundaries for yourself as to what you're going to allow for yourself and what you really want for yourself. You see, you can't really set boundaries unless you have some clarity. All right? What do I mean by clarity? Well, you need to know what you want in your life. And for a very long time, I governed my life solely on the basis that, you know what? I don't want certain things to happen in my life, and I don't want certain things, period. So, therefore, I have to govern myself in a way to avoid these things. So, I was always preparing for the worst case scenario. Number one. And never making decisions in my life based on boundaries for myself as to where I wanted to go and the things that I wanted. Okay? I'd always been basing things on, okay, well, any decision that you make in life is going to be environmental. It's not only going to affect you, it's going to affect all the people in your life. It's going to affect yourself primarily. But you see, all of these choices without boundaries, the results, you get it. What I want you all to realize is without boundaries, we allow all kinds of things to happen. But these things that are happening, honestly, okay, sorry, I got distracted because I'm on the highway here. So, yeah, boundaries. Okay, with all this stuff that we're doing in our life, without boundaries, real boundaries, the allowance, we're not keeping anything for ourselves. Okay, and that's what I have to get back down to. This is the point of it all. Without boundaries, look, I need you all to realize this morning, if anything, one thing, and this is what it is. You're not supposed to do for anybody else other than yourself unless your cup is overflowing. So, and that means not just financially. That means energetically primarily, okay? I want you guys to remember when I'm talking to you that the basis of everything is energy, all right? And you have to understand that. So, when I'm talking about things, I want you all to keep in mind that really, my reference to everything comes down to the basis of energy is behind everything, okay? Now, when you don't have boundaries for yourself, you give your energy freely to everything and everybody and every circumstance, and that's not healthy, all right? It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for the people involved, because everything's a transfer. Now, as long as you're being a people pleaser and everybody's dumping their stuff on you without you centering yourself and focusing on you, now what's going to happen is you're going to absorb all of this. So not only do you have, through these changes, and you're going to have your own roller coasters and enlightenments and acceptance to things, okay? You want to limit the influence of external energies. And that's what it comes down to. Because you're awakening to things. You're understanding things a little bit different, okay? You're understanding that you maybe have been governing wrong your whole life. Because that's what happened to me. Okay? And I didn't know how to set boundaries. So I allowed people to use me because I figured they needed me. That's not the case. People need to figure it out for themselves. And that's the true fact of it. Okay? So I was reminded the other day that I need to set boundaries for myself. Look at this. I'm out in the country. It's beautiful. Can you see that? What's around me? I don't know. But I'm out in the country. And it is magnificent. Sorry to get off subject, but yeah, it's a refuel day. Okay? Anyway. Without boundaries, people, you allow people to soak you of your energy. Okay? You all hear talks about vampires, the energy vampires, and you all know who and what is draining in your life. So let's not be in denial about that stuff, okay? Every interaction that you have with people, it either lifts you up or it takes you down. So, these are the reasons why boundaries are so important. Okay? You know, we think that we have to tolerate things from all kinds of people because they have certain titles attached to them, or because they've been influential in our life, or because they've been the reason we've been doing certain things for a limited whatever amount of time. Forget all of that. Set boundaries for yourself. Set boundaries because you need to protect your peace. Okay? You need to protect your energy. You need to protect your currency of life. Okay? And that's factual. That's facts. Alright? That's facts. That's what you need to do. All right? Because without boundaries, you're giving your energy, your currency, to everybody and everything. And what you're allowing of absorption off of people, holy cow. Everything's a transfer. Remember that. Everything is transactional. So now, without boundaries for yourself, you are literally absorbing the energies of all of the sourness of whatever's not heartful for you. All right? So you got to set boundaries. How do you do that? Well, you got to identify the things that are soaking you and taking from you and not filling you up in a positive light. Okay? You really have to. Now, it's just that way. You have to. You really have to just analyze for yourself what is taking from you. Because until you start looking at that stuff and really watching the interactions you have and how you feel after them, well, it's only then that it's going to tell you that. Okay? So, you have to get real with that. All right? And you have to get real. This is why you got to get real also, too, with what you're allowing in your life. Simple. It's either fueling you in a good way or it's taking from you. And then that's as simple as that. There's no other explanation to it. Let's keep it at its simplest form and let's not be in denial about it. And like I always say, you're the only one that has these answers. Because you're the only one that's feeling what you're feeling after any interaction that you have. With anybody, anything, even yourself. You see, you got to also set boundaries internally, I feel. Like, how much are you going to allow for yourself on certain levels, you know? Like, it's one of the hardest things to do. Is to set boundaries. To stick to them, actually. That's, you know, that's simple. Simple facts. You know, I know you guys are feeling a lot better. So what happens with that is that you're going to ripple out more positive energy. Now, what that's going to do for you, I'm going to tell you honestly, it's going to attract more broken people. Because you're shining brighter and these people are living in darkness, so you're going to attract these people into your life. Simple. Because they need your light. Because you're a love and light being. So, that's real. That's real. Okay? Now, these situations, you're going to be thinking, okay, well, you know, now that I'm becoming enlightened, why is all of this happening? And you may get, you know, it's going to test you in all kinds of ways. And this is why you have to set boundaries. And that's huge. Okay? That's huge. So, I was reminded the other day by somebody that I really needed to set boundaries because what I'm allowing myself to absorb is huge. My energy is huge. So any energy that I'm projecting, I'm also sucking that back in. All right? So, without boundaries, I'm allowing anything and anybody to pull my energy from me. And that's real. Now, we can all come in contact with things that we don't like, and there's things that we can't avoid, and yada, 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 but you need to set boundaries for yourself. Healthy boundaries for yourself. Okay? And that's real. So, what you got to do is you got to love yourself enough. Okay? You really do. You got to love yourself enough to set boundaries for yourself. And this is the way I like to say it. Once you realize your worth, you're not going to give people discounts. You're going to realize that you don't belong on a liquidation rack. All right? And that's what it comes down to. And while you're remaining a people pleaser and only doing for everybody else and not yourself, well, you're choosing to hang yourself up in your worth on the liquidation or clearance rack, and that's not the case. Why? Because you are infinite, unconditional love. That's what you are, primarily. That is the truest nature of your being. So, when you understand your worth and understand that you're greater than any circumstance, situation, person, place, experience, for that matter, you're also going to understand that your worth and the power of your being is unique to this world. And you matter greatly because you're alive. So you have to set boundaries to conserve your energy, to keep that energy for you. And unless you're operating at a baseline in your life, well, then energetically, you can't afford any bad interactions in your life. That's what it comes down to. Okay? Because I myself running at a baseline, okay, because I like to think that I am at a baseline. Well, guess what? There's all kinds of things that are going to, but I got to remain at my baseline. And I'm going to set boundaries. And I don't, actually, it's not going to. It's not about, because I have set boundaries for myself. Now I just have to stick to them. That's it. Where I put my energy is of my choice. There's nobody that's going to suck the life out of me. There's no way. No. So, what it comes down to, set those boundaries for yourself. You have to. Okay? You have to do it. Nobody's going to do that for you. And you can't blame things on people with the allowance and the permissions that you give in your life. So, it's nobody's fault what you allow. And nobody can influence those choices other than their opinions of it. And what you think or whatever. It's, set boundaries. Simple as that. Set boundaries for yourself. Set boundaries for others. But mostly set boundaries for yourself. Don't tolerate certain things. You can see things, don't react to them. Not everything needs a reaction. Anyway, I know it's off the wall live this morning because, yeah, I'm out on the road. I got to do some things today. I'm really grateful that it's a beautiful day. I'm grateful to be alive another day. I'm grateful again to get the most out of my day. But you really got to set boundaries for yourself and stick to them because you matter. And that's what it comes down to. Keeping for you is not selfish. It's self-loving. And you need that energy for your body to function right. And unless you're running at a baseline, no, you got to really, really, really be careful about what you're giving your energy to and what you're taking off of people. Because people are telling you something with their mouth, but their energy is speaking a whole different story if you're really in tune with it. I know that because I'm an empath. And that's been my problem all my life, is the contradiction between somebody's words towards me and their energy. Because somebody can stand there and tell me a big song and a dance and a big story, but their energy speaks to me in so many ways that they can't. But that's okay, because that's one of my special gifts. And that's why I know what people need. More than they do half the time. So, anyway, that's what it is this morning. Set some boundaries so not everybody's soaking your life out of you. That's what it really comes down to. Okay, so listen. I want to ask you guys all something. All of you guys that have watched these videos and everything, I want some testimonials. I want some people to give me a video, a minute long or 2 minutes long or whatever. I want a testimonial about how any of this has helped you. Okay? And I also want to know what it is that you'd like me to talk about in the future. Or what it is that you'd like to change in your life. Or what I should target. All right? You guys can send them to me. You guys can email them to me. My stuff is all over online. So, Google me and you're going to find all of the links that you need. But anyway, I need some testimonials. I need to know that. And I don't want a written testimonial. I want to feel the energy behind these videos. I want to know if it's helping. And I'll know if it's helping just by seeing you and how you speak. Because by watching these testimonials, it's going to tell me huge things about where I need to focus my energies really to help you guys better. All right? So, I love you all. Get the most out of your day. It's an amazing day. Don't let the rain stop you at all because the sun is always shining. All right? Protect your energy. Protect your currency the same way that you would, hold your money in your pocket wisely and protect it. Well, hold your energy in your being and protect it. Okay? Because you matter. And that's the whole point about setting boundaries. Set boundaries for people about what you're going to accept. Set boundaries for yourself about what you're going to tolerate for yourself and what you're going to, set some goals. Set a high vibe. You guys make better choices for yourselves. All right? Make better choices about the interactions that you have. Take any interaction you have and raise it up. Raise it up. Infuse love. Be loving in all that you say and you do. You matter. All right? Get the most out of your day. I love you. All of you. Okay? And you matter. Set boundaries for people. Boundaries. Stop being people pleasers, okay? You need to please yourself right now. And that's key when you're doing change. You need to be self-loving. A lot of self-care. A lot of sleep. A lot of water. Because as your thoughts change, they produce different feelings. Your body's not used to it. So just allow it, okay? That's what it comes down to. So protect that energy of change, and you're evolving, and you're actually bringing more love into your life. So the negativity, the darkness is leaving. Seriously, that's what's happening. So remember, the people that you're going to attract, these people need your help. They don't, even if they're coming at you really messed up, just remember, you're going to attract people that are hurting right now. Because you're filling up with more love, and this is what the world needs. And this is what people need. So, set boundaries for your energy. All right? All right. Have an amazing day. Okay. Love y'all. Peace.